Where is the Doomfist? Are we getting two heroes? What the hell is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Salos, and this is Unit Lost. And I must give credit first to my main man, Mr. Musel, because I believe he was the first person to put this together. The eye in the middle of Sombra's web, it's the same eye as Efi. It's got the same dots on it. What is going on? What the hell does this mean? I mean, if this, this is just, it's blown my mind. It's like, what does that mean? Is she something to do with the center of Sombra's web, which is connected to absolutely everything, apparently, in the Overwatch universe? This is quite, well, this is amazing if it's true. But how can she be connected? This is what we're going to try and work out in this video. We're going to look at all of the evidence that we've got so far and see if we can sort of put this into a solid theory. Are we getting one hero? Are we getting two heroes? What does it mean for Efi? What the hell is going on? Well, if we look at Sombra's web here, we can see that Sombra seems to be connected directly to whatever the eye is. And if the eye is Efi, what the hell does that mean? We also know that Numbani is connected to some sort of quadruped mech, a mech with 4 legs, and the Doomfist supposedly is connected to Efi. We can't see though because Sombra is standing in the way. It could be connected to Talon, it could be connected directly into the middle. I think it's connected into the middle, into the eye, because everything else is connected into the eye. It would make sense, right? So that means everything is connected. It means, is Sombra controlling the eye, right? Is the eye controlling Sombra? Has Sombra hacked the eye? What is the eye? Is the eye Efi? How would that even make sense? How could it be Efi? She's an 11-year-old child who, yeah, she's a genius. Yeah, she creates AI and robotics and she likes building drones, but what the hell does that mean? So, we got this, and we've seen this now. This is kind of old news, but this was the attack on the Numbani airport, and we can see that this says, live from Numbani International Airport, OR-15 defense bots destroyed in major confrontation. All flights in and out of Numbani suspended. Purpose of attack still unknown. Eyewitnesses report sighting of, and we don't see the rest of it, sighting of Doomfist, I imagine. And we know this photo is taken by Efi as well, as it says in the bottom right-hand corner. There's no weapon damage here, though, and there's no weapon damage on the map. So that leads me to believe that the gauntlet was involved in smashing that bot straight through the wall, and, well, yeah. So what we need to do now is go back to the 4chan leak. So what we've got here is Anchora. Contrary to speculation, Doomfist is not up next. The upcoming character is a female Omnic quadruped, codenamed Anchora. In order to balance out the tank roster, the game needs another tank that acts as an anchor, like Reinhardt. Shit name, I know. Anchora hails from Numbani and has a West African accent. Okay. So, this map, behind what we can see, and from the newsreel and all of that stuff, we know the fact the gauntlet is missing, right? The gauntlet is involved. It is involved in this somehow. But how is it involved? However, if we are getting a female Omnic quadruped, well, the only female Omnic I know of, that's even if she is an Omnic, is Athena. Now, we know she's an AI. I believe she's a god program. Now, I don't have any evidence for this, but it kind of makes sense, right? A friendly god program that helps out Overwatch. If we look at early concept art for Overwatch, in fact, this is not really that early concept art, this is sort of early art for Overwatch, that mech there has Athena's logo on its head, if this is even a mech. If that is early concept art for a female Omnic, but it doesn't look anything like Zenyatta, it looks completely different, it looks way more modern. If we look, though, at the original cinematic for Overwatch, we can see these quadruped mechs all throughout it, and you can see on their head, they have the Athena logo. Like, well, I mean, it's the same one from different angles, basically, but is this mech Athena's mech? I mean, it doesn't make sense in the timeline, because, well, this happened in the past, right? Or at least we believe it happened in the past. Not present-day Overwatch. So, like, how would they have had the design for this mech already? The thing is, though, this might have just been placeholder material, which they're going to use now, or we're going to see a modern version of it. But what about Doomfist? This is early concept art. That looks like that, right? This looks extremely similar to that. The gauntlet looks very similar, like with the sort of spikes coming out. But wait, there's more. This here is from the Recall cinematic. That head, well, it fits quite nicely with the head of the successor. Now, the successor's got Omnic writing under his name as well, so maybe he's an Omnic, but I don't know. This fits, and what I'm going to do now is use the power of Photoshop and mash them together. Look at that. It does kind of fit, right? It's not a perfect fit because the pose is sort of different, but you can kind of see, yeah, that kind of does fit. Maybe that is Doomfist. Thing is, though, it's probably a mashup of the old artwork, this artwork, and with that combined. We're not really sure. One thing we are sure about, though, is this. The Doomfist is missing. We know the Doomfist is involved, right? We know the Doomfist. I mean, this has got to be... It's got to be fact. Like, I cannot believe that it isn't the Doomfist which has been involved in that attack at the Numbani airport. Because such power like that, punching things through walls and all of that stuff, it indicates a Doomfist, right? There's no, like... burn marks, scorch marks, or anything like that on the wall in that area. So, yeah, it must be the fist, right? Or something else extremely powerful. We also know the hologram is missing now. Well, why would the hologram be missing of the gauntlet? Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense because, well, it was just a hologram. It was almost like, hey, this is the gauntlet. Unless that's what the gauntlet was supposed to fit in, but they've removed it. I don't know. So, if we look back at the airport scene, as I just said earlier, you can see no sort of weapon damage here in the walls, right? You could argue that some little bits might be, but this looks like something with a massive load of power has smashed forward and knocked all of their mechs forward, destroyed them, and smashed that one into the wall. Most likely, that one in the wall has been smashed so hard, it's through the other ones and destroyed them on the way into the wall, and it's slammed into the wall. Now, what is going on? Like, we're not going to know for sure until Tuesday, I don't think. But what we can do is look at everything we've got so far, compile it together, and then start going crazy with speculation. You see, we know Efi is here at the airport. We know Efi is going on her first plane trip, but that's not happened because all flights have been suspended because something has destroyed all of the defense bots at the Numbani airport. But for some reason, nobody has been killed. And Efi is still alive because she's taking pictures, apparently, from within the airport. Now, it might not be Efi. It might be some sort of drone she's built, which is taking pictures. We don't know. But maybe it's Efi. It kind of makes sense that it is because we know that she's going to the airport on her first flight, but now she's not because the flights are cancelled. So let's look at all of the evidence. So what we got here is Efi's dream, right? So she says, I want to create things that make our lives better. And someday, my dream is to build something that can keep us safe. Like the OR-15s, I think that would be great. And then, suddenly, live from Numbani International Airport, OR-15 defense bots destroyed in major confrontation. All flights delayed in and out of Numbani have been suspended. Purpose of attack still unknown. Eyewitnesses report sighting of, we don't know, probably Doomfist. Photo taken by Efi. Then we've got Sombra's web, which shows everything connected, and it shows Sombra seemingly directly connected to the eye in the middle, but we don't know what that is. What we do know is, though, Efi has got the same eye makeup, which is weird, right? Is that Efi? Does that relate to Efi? We also know Doomfist is probably connected to the eye as well. And we know Numbani is connected to some sort of quadruped mech. Then, we've got what could potentially be Doomfist's head on the successor. Kind of makes sense, right? Then we've got the quadrupeds from the original cinematic for Overwatch, which have the Athena logo on them and look badass as hell. And if that is a thing in the game, oh my god, I'm going to love it. And then we've got the leak, which links all of this together. The leak which says Anchora, and it's just going to be one hero, and it's not Doomfist, it's a female Omnic. So, what is going to happen? The theories are wild. You could say, maybe, Efi's father is Doomfist. And I'm laughing because I don't think this is going to be the case, but there's been a lot of buzz on Twitter about this. If Efi's father is Doomfist, and he has got the gauntlet, destroyed all the mechs so Efi can build the replacement mechs for mad cash money. I don't think that would be the case, but I thought it'd be pretty funny just to throw it out there. So what could be the case? Like, what is going on? Are we going to get Doomfist? I don't know, but the Doomfist gauntlet itself is involved in this cinematic in some way. Maybe it's used as a power source for Efi's mech. I don't think so, because the Doomfist is going to surely be part of Doomfist when he's eventually released, right? So why would it be inside of a mech that she builds? But I've got problems with timeline here, the timeline, which is what I'm trying to work out, and I don't think I honestly can, because Efi, she says that she wants to create something to replace the OR-15s. So she's implying that she hasn't made it yet. She wants to create it. The OR-15s have been destroyed as she's off on her first flight. So she's not built this mech yet. So that's what I don't understand. Like, maybe she has, or she's got some sort of prototype, and that suddenly comes to save her, or comes to try and help her, and that's what we end up seeing some sort of Doomfist fight, where Doomfist fights this mech, but loses the fight and has to be sort of pulled away by Talon. Who knows? Maybe Talon have initiated the attack on the airport to stop anybody leaving Numbani because they don't want the gauntlet to get flown out on a flight. Then they're going to launch an assault. Then they get the gauntlet. Doomfist gets it, smashes up the place, right? But again, this doesn't make sense with timeline, does it? Because the airport's already smashed. Somebody already has the Doomfist. So somebody is running around right now in Numbani with a Doomfist gauntlet, beating the shit out of robots. That's what I think is going on. And it's like, how does this connect? Like, what is going on? Is Athena going to be the next hero? Well, we know that Blizzard want Athena to be a hero. They've said the narrator is not just the narrator. We want her to be a hero in the game as well at some point. We know there is concept art that looks like a female Athena. Or, well, I say female, it's a sleek, slender robot, which you could be sort of, you could say, okay, that's like a female kind of shape. It's not like a massive, bulky, sort of, industrial type robot. It's very modern, very sleek. Like, what does that mean? Like, how does Aethie connect with Athena? If Aethie is the middle of Sombra's web, then she's connected to absolutely everything. But how? She's an 11-year-old child. How can that be true? Maybe she's got some sort of connection to Athena. If she has, and then that means Athena is the center of the web. That means Athena's connected to everything. That means Athena is going to turn up to stop Talon grabbing the gauntlet, and I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to put my money on this cinematic being a Talon attack at the airport to start things off. No flights are coming in and out. Then the Doomfist gauntlet is somehow secured and used by maybe Doomfist. We might see him in his cinematic, but I don't think he's going to come out. If we do get 2 heroes launched, I'm just going to lose my mind and my head will explode. But I think he's going to be involved in some sort of massive battle with a physical embodiment of Athena. So we're probably going to see Winston, we're going to see Tracer, probably Lucio as well, and then somehow Aethie connects to Athena, but I can't quite work this out. There's going to be some sort of major sort of reveal, I think, obviously there'll be a major reveal during the teaser, but some sort of major thing will happen which will connect everything together. This is going to be crazy. I mean, and Sombra, like, what's she doing? Is she controlling Athena? Does she control the mech? Does Sombra come in and save the day? Because we know Sombra is sort of not affiliated with anyone. She just sort of does what she likes. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I always say this in these speculation videos, but go wild in the comments below. We're getting very close now to the launch of the next hero, or potentially the next 2 heroes for Overwatch. It is a very exciting time, and honestly, this is why I love the game. It's just awesome, and I cannot wait to see the cinematic. And you know what? I've been watching all the cinematics back again, and I kind of go back and what I said before about Dragons. I was like, I don't think Dragons is the best. I think Dragons is the best, because I watched it about 4 times this morning. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm SATAIII, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and do leave your crazy speculation in the comments below, and do send it to me over Twitter as well, which is @UnitLostGaming. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Toodaloo.